I'm going to talk about upcoming patterns. So let's look at weather warnings, starting from line set OB white temporals in Hanover. So line set OB boreals in Hanover is going to get some 10 to 20 millimeters of rainfall with some event total rainfall amounts of 40 to 75 millimeters. It's going to continue this morning. The rainfall warning starts from today 5:20 a.m. to Monday, April 13th, 1:02 p.m. So let's look at not in the Collingwood. Let's look at Port Elgin how it looks. It should be somewhere. Oh, it doesn't exist. So yeah, this exists. That's done automatically. So let's look at Collingwood. Collingwood Betty or the la. So Collingwood Betty or the la is gonna get some. So Collingwood Betty Orlando is going to get some 25 to 50 millimeters. It's going to continue into this morning. There's some rainfall warning, which starts from Monday, April 13th, 5:21 a.m. to Monday, April 13th, 1:03 p.m. So let's look at Palm Beach, Sunny Beach, South Bay, Midland. Um, those cities are going to get some additional rainfall amounts of 10 to 20 millimeters, with some event total rainfall amounts of 40 to 75 millimeters. There's some other warning, it's rainfall warning, which starts from Monday, April 13th, 5:20 a.m. to Monday, April 13th, 1:02 p.m. So let's look at Niagara Falls City, or not doing Grand Island, that's part of US. So Niagara Falls City is gonna get some southwesterly winds gusting up to near 90 miles per hour. But it's gonna continue this morning. There's some Monday, April 13th for 3:59 a.m. It's gonna end by 1:59 p.m. So it starts from 3:59 p.m. a.m. today. So Niagara on the Lake should get some same thing. So the first winter forecast, like winter 2025 to 2026, could be strong, like El Nino. Well, right now it's gonna be weak El Nino in the fall time, so near summertime, fall time, summer. So let's look at pressure patterns. So 1012 millibars of pressure. Let's go to next hour, which is 8 p.m., April the 14th, mid-April. So 1008 millibars of pressure. Let's go to next hour, which is April the 15th. It is something. 1012, 1008, 1010 millibars of pressure. Let's go to next hour, which is April the 16th. 1008, 1008, 1012 millibars of pressure. Let's go to next hour, which is April the 17th. 1012, 1012, 1012 millibars of pressure. Let's go to precipitation pattern, which is 2 p.m. There is something. So, like, Hoops Bay, Collingwood, Thunder Beach, Salaby, Argonne, City, Hamilton, Oako, Downtown Toronto, Hill, Newmarket, Scarborough, Brampton, no Brampton, it could be Brampton, Orangeville, Mississauga, parts of it. Those cities are going to get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall, so for Elgin, Lineshead, Palm Beach, Midland, Alala, Beatty, Beverly, Georgia, Coburg, Peterborough, Belleville, Uxbridge, Oshawa, those cities are going to get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall, 0.25 actually, so no, and the darkest green is actually 2.5 millimeters of rainfall. Hanover is going to get some 2.5 millimeters of rainfall. Let's go to next hour. White has 0.25 millimeters, 2.5 millimeters of rainfall. Let's go to next hour. We did Tenerife South Bay, so let's go to next hour, which is 5 p.m. So, Coburg, Peterborough, Belleville, Beverly Hills, Betty, Georgia, Adela, Collingwood. So now on the lake, those is are gonna get some much about Uxbridge. Those is are gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall, including Hanover. So let's go to next hour. So the sunset time is gonna increase. No, it's gonna sunset is gonna set later until June 21st. Like so when sunset is gonna set early, when it hits December 21st until that. So gonna say it again. So the earliest sunset is going to be like December 21st. The latest sunset is going to get some. It's going to go to this June 21st. So 5 p.m. day is already done. So let's go to next hour, which is 8 p.m. There is something. So Coburg, Belleville, those is Water is gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall. Let's go to next hour, 11 p.m. There is nothing else. 8 a.m. There is something. Coburg, Peterborough, Oshawa, Express, parts of Scarborough, Stouffville, Newmarket, Orangeville, Georginia, Lala. Dosage are gonna get parts in Agricultural City. Dosage are gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall. Sissaga, downtown Toronto is gonna get some 2.5 millimeters. Hampton Oakville is gonna get some 2.5 millimeters. Lionshead Obey is gonna get some 6.25 millimeters of rainfall. That's actually 12.5 millimeters. Port Elgin Hanover is gonna get some 12.5, 2.5 millimeters. Lingwood is gonna get some 6.25 millimeters. Palm Beach. Salar Bay is gonna get some 6.25. Thunder Beach Midland's gonna get some 2.5 millimeters. Betty's gonna get some 6.25 millimeters. Beverly Hills is 2.5 millimeters. Atlas 2.5 millimeters. 0.25 millimeters. Let's go to next stop. Whiteton's gonna get some 6.25 millimeters of rainfall. So it's actually 12.5 millimeters of rainfall. So let's go to next hour, which is let's go to next hour, which is 11 a.m. So Niagara Lake is gonna get some 6.25 millimeters of rainfall. Hamilton Oakville is gonna get some 6.25 millimeters. So Niagara Falls City heavy is gonna be 2.5 millimeters, light is 0.25 millimeters. This is Saga, Brampton, Orangeville, Toronto, Richmond, Newmarket, Scarborough. It's gonna get some. Stouffville is gonna get some 2.5 millimeters of rainfall. So Coburg, Peterborough, Belleville is gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall. Lionshead, Obey, Whiteham, Port Elgin is going to get some 6.25 millimeters. Port Elgin is going to get already done. So Hanover is going to get some 6.25. Lingwood is going to get 2.5 millimeters. Palm Beach, Saddle Bay, Midland, 12.5. Thunder Beach, 6.25. Georginia, 6.24. Beverly Hills is 2.4. Perry, 6.25. Yardala is going to get some 2.4 millimeters. So let's go to next tower. Asha 2.5 millimeters. Express is gonna get some 0.25 millimeters. Let's go to 2 p.m. There is something. White Line said Obey is gonna get some 2.5 millimeters of rainfall. Bombay is gonna get some 6.25 millimeters. Tanabe is 2.5 millimeters. Salaby is 12.5 millimeters. It's gonna be 18.75. Alala is gonna get 2.5. Georginia 2.5. Beverly Hills is gonna get some 0.25. It is 2.5 millimeters. Fall City is gonna get some 2.5 millimeters. Heaviest lies 0.25. Gonna Lake is going to be 0.29. Hamilton Oakville is gonna get some 0.25. Sissaga 0.24 millimeters. Scarborough 0.424 millimeters. That's the lightest. Heaviest 6.25. So Richmond Hill, Toronto, Newmarket is 2.5 millimeters. Brampton, Orangeville is gonna get some 2.5 millimeters. Coburg is gonna get some 12.5 millimeters of rainfall. Bevel is going to get some 6.25 millimeters of rainfall. Let's go to next tower, which is Port Elgin. Hanover is going to get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall. Let's go to next tower, which is 5 p.m. There is something. Whitetown, Port Elgin, Hanover, Collingwood, Georginia, Beverly Hills, Betty, Olala, Uku, Sissaga, Brampton, parts of Scarborough, Stouffville is going to get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall. Downtown Toronto 0.24, 2.4 millimeters. Richmond Hill is going to get some 2.4 millimeters. Newmarket, Orangeville is going to be 0.25, including Niagara Lake, Niagara Falls City. Ottawa is going to be 2.4 millimeters. Hooksville is going to be 6.25 millimeters. Coburg is going to get some 12.4 millimeters. Peterborough is going to be 6.24 millimeters. Belleville 6.24 millimeters. So let's go to Palm Beach. Thunder Beach is going to be 2.4 millimeters. Saddle Bay is going to be 6.24 millimeters. Midland 6.25 millimeters. So let's go to next tower, which is 8 p.m. There is something. Oakville, Sissaga, Brampton, Orangeville, Toronto, Richmond Hill, Newmarket, Scarborough, Stouffville, Peterborough, Coburg, Doses are going to get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall. So Oshawa Uxbridge is going to get some 0.25. Belvoir is going to get some 2.5 millimeters. So let's go to next tower. Let's go to next tower, which is 7 p.m. There is something. Mississauga, downtown Toronto, part it's Scarborough, whole local, Niagara Lake Pacific. It's gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall. Let's go to 8 a.m. There is something. Collingwood, Bombay, Stanley, Salaby, Milan, Adela, Betty, Coburg, Peterborough, Hamilton, Oakville, Mississauga, Brampton, Orange Hole, downtown Toronto, Niagara Lake, Niagara Falls City, Pacific. It's gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall, including pour-outs in Ottawa. Let's go to next tower, which is Georginia, 2.4 millimeters. Beverly Hills is 6.24 millimeters. Betty is gonna be 2.4, 0.24 millimeters. Others 0.24 millimeters. Let's go to Oshawa. It's gonna get some 6.25 millimeters. Uxbridge is gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall. Let's go to Beverly Hills. Already done. Sony Market is gonna get some 6.25. So far it's gonna be 12.5 millimeters. Scarborough heavy is going to be 6.25, 12.5, and light is 2.5 millimeters. So let's go to next tower, which is 7 a.m. So Mississauga, Brampton, Orange Hole, Oakville, Hamilton, Niagara Falls, City Doors. It's going to get some 0.25 millimeters of rain, including white boreals in Collingwood, Palm Beach, Midland, and La Betty. So downtown Toronto, Richmond Hill is going to get some 2.4 millimeters. Scarborough Avis is gonna get some 12.5 millimeters of rain for lighters, 6.25 millimeters. Coburg, Peterborough is gonna get some 2.5 millimeters. Belvoir is gonna get some 2.5 millimeters. Oshawa, Uxbridge is gonna get some 12.5 millimeters of rainfall. Let's go to Georginia, 2.5 millimeters. Beverly 6.25 millimeters. So let's go to next tower. Let's go to next tower, which is Tofu is gonna get some 0.625, 12.5 millimeters. So let's go to next tower, which is 2 p.m. There is something. Port Elgin, Hanover, Lingwood, Barrie. Those are gonna get some. Mississauga, Brampton, downtown Toronto, Richmond Hill, Scarborough, Portsmouth. It's going to get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall. Beverly it's going to get some 0.25, 2.5 millimeters. Georgia 0.24 millimeters of rainfall. Coburg, Peterborough, Belvoir is gonna get some 0.25, no, 2.5 millimeters. Oshawa is gonna get some areas, 6.25, that is 2.5. Uxbridge, 0.25 millimeters. Niagara on the Lakes, 2.5 millimeters. And Falls City, 0.24 millimeters. So let's go to next tower, which is 5 p.m. There is something. Line said, Obey, Whiteton, Palm Beach, Sunny Beach, Salaby, Milan, and the Library. Newmarket owns was Stoffel, the skip oil. Stoffel, Belvoir is going to get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall very included. Let's go to next tower, which is 8 p.m. There is something. Line said Obey, White and Collingwood, Bombay, Stanley, Salaby, Milan, Olala, Betty, Beverly. It's going to get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall. Let's go to 11 p.m. So, Collingwood, Bombay, Stanley, Salaby. It's going to get some Pattern capacity doses. Are going to get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall. Let's go to next Borealton. So Hanover is going to get some 2.4 millimeters of rainfall. Let's go to next tower. Let's go to 8 a.m. There is something. Line said OB is going to be 2.5 Bombay, Stanley, Salaby, Milan, Adela, Betty, Georgia, Beverly. So it's going to get some 0.2.5 millimeters. Scarborough, Stoffel, Downtown, with Mississauga, Oakville, Niagara, and the parts of it. Niagara Falls City, parts of it. Orsaburg, which Georgia, Beverly, Isaac, Betty, Adela is doing twice. Poyelton is going to get some 2.5 millimeters. Hanover is going to get some 6.35 millimeters. Ranton, Orange Hole, Newmarket, Richmond Hill is going to get some 2.5 millimeters. Eastern local included. Let's go to Coburg, Melville is gonna get some 0.24 millimeters. Peterborough is 2.4 millimeters. So let's look at Whitetown. It's gonna get some 2.5 millimeters of rainfall. Let's go to next hour. Let's go to next hour, which is 11 a.m. There is something. Our town line said it'll be Port Elgin, Hanover, Palm Beach, Tiny Beach, Salaby, Midland, Betty, Georgia, Beverly Hills, Scarborough, Stouffville, Oshawa, Ipswich, Coburg, Belleville, Sissaga, downtown Toronto, Richmond Hill is gonna get some Niagara Lake, Portsmouth, Niagara Falls City, Portsmouth is gonna get some 2.5 millimeters of rainfall. So let's look at Oakville's 2.5 millimeters. Oakville again is 6.25 millimeters of rainfall. What else? 6.25 millimeters of rainfall, so white line is done. So let's go to London. Let's go to next hour, which is 2 p.m. So, line said will be Whitehall, Eldon, Hanover, Niagara Lake, Pattern Hamilton, Oakville, Sissaga, down Toronto, Richmond Hill, Newmarket, Scarborough, Stouffville, Oshawa, Ipswich, Coburg, Georgia, Beverly Hills, Betty is going to get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall. Palm Beach, Sunny Beach, Salaby, Olala is gonna get some 2.5 millimeters of rainfall, including Collingwood. Let's go to next Belleville, 2.5 millimeters. Let's go to next hour, which is 5 p.m. Line said it'll be Whiten. Palm Beach, Sunny Beach, Vinland is gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall, including the beach. Where Elgin's gonna get some 0.24 millimeters. Hanum is gonna be 2 before Collingwood. Betty, Beverly, Georgia is gonna get some 2.5 millimeters of rainfall. Lala is gonna get some 6.25 millimeters. Parts of Scarborough heavy is gonna be 6.25. Light is 0.25. Down Toronto 0.25 millimeters, which is 2.4 millimeters. Newmarket, Orange was 2.625 millimeters. Sissaga 2.5 millimeters. Brampton 2.5 millimeters. Oakville, Hamilton, Oshawa is gonna be 0.25 millimeters. Ipswich is gonna get some 6.25 millimeters. Super 5. Peterborough is gonna get some 2.4 millimeters. Belleville 0.25 millimeters of rainfall. Salaby is gonna get some 2.5 millimeters of rainfall. Let's go to next hour, which is 8 p.m. So cold. Not a cold one yet. Niagara Lake. It's gonna be 2.5 millimeters. Niagara Falls City is 0.25 millimeters. 2.5 millimeters. Niagara Falls City in Niagara Lake Heavy is gonna be 6.25. Line said OB Whiteton's gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall. Scarborough Heavy is gonna be 6.25.5. Light is gonna be 2.5 millimeters. Down Toronto. Sissaga, Oakville, Hamilton is gonna get some 2.5 millimeters. Richmond Hill, Newmarket, Stouffville, Brampton, Orangeville, those are going to get some 0.25 to 6.25 millimeters of rainfall. Oshawa is going to get some 2.5 millimeters of rainfall. Ipswich is going to get some 6.25 millimeters. Georgia, Beverly Hills, Betty, Olala is going to get some 6.25 millimeters of rainfall. Palm Beach, Sunny Beach, Salaby, Midland, Olala, not Olala, Collingwood. So those are gonna get some 2.5 millimeters, whereas it's gonna be 6.25. Hanover is gonna get some 2.5 millimeters. So Coburg, Belleville is gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall. Peterborough is gonna get some 2.5 millimeters of rainfall. Let's go to next hour, which is 11 p.m. There is something. Gonna Niagara Falls City parts of it. It's gonna get some 6.25. So let's look at Collingwood. It's gonna get some 6.25 millimeters. Another 6.25. Georgia 6.25. Beverly, Beverly 2.5 millimeters. Scarborough, Stouffville, Toronto, Tilling Market, Sissaga, Brampton, Orangeville, Oshawa, Ipswich, Coburg, Peterborough, Port Elgin. It's gonna get some 2.5 millimeters. Hanover is gonna get some 6.25 millimeters. Line said obey Whiteton. Thunderbird Sotheby is gonna get some 0.25 millimeters. Bombay Midland is gonna get some 2.5 millimeters. So let's go to next. Oakville is gonna get some Oakville 0.25 millimeters. Oakville is gonna be 2.5 millimeters. So let's go to next hour, which is 8 a.m. There is nothing else including Niagara Falls City. 11 a.m. there's nothing else. 2 p.m. there is something. Parts of Scarborough, Asabak, Space Coburg, Those is gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall. Let's go to 5 p.m. So, Coburg, Peterborough, Oshawa, Uxbridge, Betty, it's those it's parts of Scarborough, possibly Mission Hill. Those cities are gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall, including parts of Niagara Falls City. Let's go to 8 p.m. There is something. So, Stouffville, Peterborough, Uxbridge, Niagara Falls City, possibly. It's gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of rainfall on that. Let's go to 117 hours. There is nothing else. So let's look at total precipitation 24 hours refresh. Starts from 8 p.m. It is something white on 10 millimeters, boils 10 millimeters, otherwise 10 millimeters, column 60 millimeters. Solid beach 24, 31 millimeters, midnight 31 millimeters. Thunder beach gonna get some 60 millimeters. Bomb beach gonna get some 30 millimeters of rainfall. Let's look at Lion's Head. It's gonna get some 10 millimeters of rainfall. So Hope's Way is gonna get some 11 millimeters of rainfall, 11 millimeters. Everywhere rainfall. Narragansett Lake 12 millimeters, Niagara Falls City 4 millimeters, Hamilton 7 millimeters, Oakville 7 millimeters, Mississauga 7 millimeters, Brant, Mississauga is gonna be 5 millimeters, Brampton 6 millimeters, 6 millimeters, Scarborough 5 millimeters, Ophir 4 millimeters, Newmarket 7 millimeters, Orange 5 millimeters, Uxbridge 7 millimeters, Sasha was 8 millimeters, Peterborough is 16 millimeters, Belleville 6, no, Coburg 6 millimeters, Belleville 9 millimeters. So let's go to Georginia. It's gonna get some 8 millimeters of rainfall. Beverly Hills it's 5 millimeters of rainfall. Barry's gonna get some 13 millimeters. Otherwise, gonna get some 8 millimeters. So let's go to Midland, 31 millimeters. Let's go to next hour, which is 8 p.m. 66 hours. So everywhere Niagara Falls start holding again. So everywhere Niagara Falls is gonna be 2.5 millimeters. Hamilton Locals 2 millimeters, 1 millimeters. Sisaga 1 2 millimeters. Brampton 2 millimeters. Downtown 2 millimeters. 4 millimeters. Scarborough 11 millimeters. 9 millimeters. Stouffville 10 millimeters. 13 millimeters. Stouffville 10 millimeters. Uxbridge. Oshawa 17 millimeters. Coburg 5 millimeters. Peterborough 4 millimeters. Belleville 3 millimeters. Georginia is gonna get some 5 millimeters, Baddies 3 millimeters, 2 millimeters, Solida 2 millimeters, Bablas is 8 millimeters, 9 millimeters. Line said OB, Whiteton's gonna get some 1 millimeters, Whiteton 1 millimeters, Line said OB is gonna get some 0.9 millimeters, Bomb Beach, Sun Beach 2 millimeters, Sauna Bay 2 millimeters, Midland 1 millimeters, Lingwood 2 millimeters. Let's go to next tower, which is Oko, if it's 1 millimeters light, it's gonna be 0.8 millimeters. Well, Elgin, 2 millimeters. Hanama is going to get some 4 millimeters of rainfall, so 4 millimeters. Let's go to next tower, which is 8 p.m. April the 16th. So Port Elgin is going to get some 11 millimeters of rainfall. Line said it will be going to get some 6 millimeters. Calling at 15 millimeters. Bombay 10 millimeters. Sunny Beach 10 millimeters. Solid 10 millimeters. Inland 10 millimeters. Calling the everywhere arc was 10.5 millimeters, Hampton Locals 11 millimeters, it's target 13 millimeters, Brampton 18 millimeters, Tofu is going to get some 13 millimeters, Scarborough is going to get some 17 millimeters, Newmarket going to 27 millimeters, Uxbridge 25 millimeters, Oshawa 12 millimeters, Peterborough 14 millimeters, Coburg 5 millimeters, Belleville 4 millimeters, Georginia 16 millimeters, 17, 15 millimeters, Beverly has a 15 millimeters, so Barry's going to get some 17 millimeters, so that's gonna be 19 millimeters, so 11 millimeters of white ton, so let's go to the next tower. 13 millimeters, so let's go to the next tower, which is 8 p.m. Everywhere Niagara Falls, super 5 millimeters, Hamilton local, 0.5 millimeters, local again, it's gonna be 0.7 millimeters, Mississauga, 0.8 millimeters, Brampton, 0.8, 7, down to 1 millimeter, Scarborough, 1 millimeters, Tofu, 1 millimeters. Newmarket, Orange 1 millimeters, Hooksville, 4 millimeters, Sasha, 3 millimeters, Peterborough, 3 millimeters, Coburg, 3 millimeters, Belleville, 2 millimeters, which else could be 1 millimeters. So Collingwood, 5 millimeters, Bombeys, 2 millimeters, Thunder Beach, 0.6 millimeters, Otterbeach, 0.5 millimeters, Midland, 1 millimeters. So Port Elgin, whatever discount. Hanover is gonna get some 2 millimeters of rainfall. So let's go to next tower, London. Let's go to next tower, which is there is no next tower. Let's look at Georgina. Double check 3 millimeters. Probably I said 3 millimeters. Bad. It's gonna be 2 millimeters. Oh la la, 2 millimeters. So you corrected everything. So let's look at total snowfall. Sunny doesn't exist. So let's look at air temperature pattern or total snowfall. So let's look at air temperature pattern. Let's start from 3 p.m., not 7 a.m. White 11 degrees, Collingwood for 14 degrees, everywhere in Niagara Falls, 90.5, Hamilton, Oakville, 60 degrees, Mississauga, 17 degrees, Brand, Down Toronto, 17 degrees, Brampton, 20 degrees, Tofu, 19 degrees, Scarborough, 18 degrees, Newmarket, Orange Falls, 90 degrees. Hookswitz, 80 degrees. Oshawa, 20 degrees. Peterborough, 90 degrees. Coburg, 13 degrees. Belleville, 18 degrees. Whereas in 8 degrees, Hanover is going to be 9.5 degrees. Lionshead Bay is going to get some 11 degrees. So Sala Bay is going to get some 8 degrees. Palm Beach, 9 degrees. Thunder Beach, 5 degrees. Midland, 12 degrees. Olala, 40 degrees. Barely. 50 degrees, Georgia 11 degrees, Beverly Hills is gonna get some 17 degrees. So let's go to next tower, which is 7 a.m. There is something. For Elgin, 12 degrees, Hanover is gonna be 12 degrees, Collingwood 11 degrees, Lionshead, Bay is gonna get some 8 degrees, Palm Beach 8 degrees, 9 degrees, Solar Bay 8 degrees, Thunder Beach 8 degrees, Midlands 8 degrees. So let's look at all the 8 degrees. Ordinary 8 degrees, Babylon is 9 degrees, Valley 9 degrees, everywhere Niagara Falls 12 degrees, Hamilton Locals 11 degrees, Brampton 10 degrees, Mississauga 11 degrees, 7 degrees, Toronto 7 degrees, Scarborough 8 degrees, Toronto 9 degrees, Newmarket 10 degrees, Orangeville 10 degrees, Wilkes 9 degrees, Oshawa 9 7 degrees, Peterborough 8 degrees, Coburg 6 degrees, Belleville 7 degrees, Switchfield 8 degrees. So let's go to next local. Warmest is 10 degrees, coldest is 11 degrees. Let's go to Wharton 12 degrees. Let's go to next tower, which is 3 p.m. There is something. So Wharton 13 degrees, Wellington 8 degrees, Hanover is gonna get some 9.5 degrees, Collingwood 16 degrees, Lionshead is 8 degrees. Palm Beach 9 degrees, Solar Beach 9 degrees, Georgia 12 degrees, Bad Players is 20 degrees, Ready is gonna be 18 degrees, 90 degrees. Everywhere now plus 18.5 degrees, Hamilton will go 16 degrees, Mississauga 16 degrees, Brampton 21 degrees, 21 degrees in Stoffel, Scarborough is gonna be 18, 19.5 degrees, Toronto 70 degrees. Newmarket, Orange Falls 21 degrees, Hooksville 21 degrees, Oshawa 17 degrees, Peterborough 18 degrees, Coburg 17, 11 degrees. Belleville 6 degrees, so now let's go to next. Oh la la, it's gonna get some 14 degrees, so let's go to Thunder Beach, 5 degrees. Let's go to next tower, which is 7 a.m. There is something, so Boyles is 10 degrees, Hanover is gonna get some 11 degrees, Collingwood 12 degrees, Palm Beach 8 degrees, Solid Bay is gonna get some 8 degrees. Thunder Beach 5 degrees, Midland 9 degrees, Alala 9 degrees, Georgia 8 degrees, Beverly Hills 12 degrees, Barrie 10 degrees, Georgia 9 degrees, everywhere now, plus 5 degrees, Hamilton, Oakville 11 degrees, Brampton 13 degrees, Mississauga 10 degrees, South Toronto 10 degrees, Scarborough 11 degrees, Tofu now 12 degrees, Newmarket, Orange Hills 13 degrees, Hooksville 11 degrees, Oshawa 8 degrees, Peterborough 10 degrees, Coburg 7 degrees, Belleville 10 degrees, so Line said Obey going to get some 20 degrees, so let's go to next tower, which is 3 p.m. There is something for Elgin. It's gonna be 12 degrees. Hanover is gonna get some 17 degrees, 18 degrees in Collingwood, Palm Beach, 7 degrees, 17 degrees, Solid Bay, 17 degrees, Thunder Beach is gonna get some 13 degrees, Georgia, 13 degrees, Beverly Hills, 20 degrees, 20 degrees, Eddie is gonna be 20 degrees, 9.5. Oh la la, going to get some 11 degrees, so everywhere in America falls 20.5 degrees, Hamilton local 70 degrees, Mississauga 80 degrees, Brampton 21 degrees, Toll 20 degrees, Scarborough 19 degrees, Downtown 80 degrees, Newmarket, Lawrenceville 20 degrees, Hooks West 19 degrees, Oshawa 17 degrees, Peterborough 20 degrees, Coburg 30 degrees, Bravo 17 degrees, so let's go to next hour, which is 7 a.m. There is something white and 13 degrees, Port Elizabeth 12 degrees, Honolulu 13 degrees, Collingwood 14 degrees, Salabay 11 degrees, 10 degrees, 10 degrees, Bombay 12 degrees, 13 to 11 degrees, Midland 12 degrees, Solala 12 degrees, Georgia 11 degrees, Beverly Hills 13 to 40, 50 degrees, 40 degrees, Barely 50 degrees, everywhere, class 15 degrees, Hamilton Oakville 13 degrees, Mississauga 13 degrees, 11 degrees. Ranton 15 degrees, Snowfall 14 degrees, Scarborough 11, 12.5 degrees, Downtown 11 degrees, Hotel 12.5, Newmarket, Owensville 14 degrees, Oaksville 14 degrees, Oshawa 11 degrees, Peterborough 14 degrees, Coburg 9 degrees, Melbourne 12 degrees, Oshawa 11 degrees. So let's go to Lineside OB. It's going to get some 12 degrees. So let's go to next hour, which is 3 p.m. There is something. Whitetown 15 degrees, Royalton's gonna be 12 degrees, Hanover's gonna get some 12 degrees, Lineside Obey is gonna get some 8 degrees, 9 degrees, Collingwood 19 degrees, Palm Beach 15 degrees, Solid Bay 15 degrees, Saxon is gonna be 8 degrees, 9 degrees, 10 degrees, 10 degrees. So Thunder Beach 11 degrees, Midland's gonna get some 19 degrees. So Alala is gonna be 19 degrees, Betty's gonna get some 20 degrees, Georgina 14 degrees, Beverly Hills is gonna get some 90 degrees, everywhere Falls 22 degrees, Hamilton Oakles 18 degrees, Mississauga 18 degrees, 70 degrees, Brampton 24 degrees, Tofu 23rd degrees, Scarborough 21 degrees, Downtown 18 degrees, Richmond Hills 22 degrees, Newmarket until 24 degrees, Hooksville 23 degrees, Oshawa 18 degrees, Peterborough 21 degrees, Coburg 14 degrees, Belleville 21 degrees. Let's go to next hour, which is Let's go to next hour. It's 8 a.m. There is something. So, Whitehall 7 degrees, Collingwood 7 degrees, Royals is 8 degrees, Hanover is gonna be 8 degrees. So, everywhere in Niagara Falls 11.5 degrees, actually it's gonna be 12.5 degrees, Hamilton Oakville 11 degrees, Mississauga 10 degrees, Brampton 11 degrees, Tofu 11 degrees, Scarborough 5 degrees, Downtown 10 degrees. Newmarket 10 degrees, Hooksville 10 degrees, Oshawa 12 degrees, Peterborough 13 degrees, Coburg 11 degrees, Belleville 14 degrees, Georgina 8 degrees, Beverly Hills 10 degrees, Brady's gonna get some 9 degrees, Solala's gonna get some 10 degrees, Lineside Obey is gonna get some 3 degrees, 3 degrees, Lineside Obey, White has done, so let's go to next hour, we did Beverly Hills. Oh, Palm Beach gonna get some 5 degrees, Solomon 6 degrees, Tatabe is gonna get some 3 degrees, so let's go to next hour, which is 2 p.m. There is something white time 15 degrees, Collingwood 12 degrees, Royalton 14 degrees, Hartford is gonna get some 16 degrees, Lineside Obey is gonna get some 13 degrees, Palm Beach 13 degrees, so actually to 11 degrees, Tanabe is 12 degrees, Tanabe is gonna get some 6 degrees, everywhere in Niagara Falls. Niagara on the Lake 14 degrees, Niagara Falls City 17 degrees, Mountain Oakles 12 degrees, Mississauga 14 degrees, Brampton 17 degrees, Tofu 18 degrees, Scarborough 6 degrees, Downtown 14 degrees. Richmond Hill 17 degrees, Newmarket Orange 16 degrees, Hooksville 60 degrees, Oshawa 15 degrees, Peterborough 17 degrees, Coburg 12 degrees, Belleville 18 degrees. So let's look at Georgia 11 degrees. Beverly Hills gonna get some 15 degrees, so 14 degrees. And he's gonna be 60 degrees. Alala is gonna get some 60, 17 degrees. So 17 degrees is in Olala. So let's look at Midland, which is going to be 17 degrees. So this is Boyalton. So Boyalton Hanover. So Hanover is going to be 16 degrees. So that's the actual air temperature. And Boyalton is going to be 14 degrees. 14 degrees Boyalton. So this is the end of the video. So